Check.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Colleague.
You are giving confidence to us. We can do this. Yes, good. Yes, well. For the answer, and then I'll just say the same thing. I respected I yeah. Then I invite the team up, present the mindful answer, or facing the situation. Yes, but It's fine, mom. Anything is fine. That's all. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Esteemed guests, respected dignitaries, invited speakers, researchers, faculty members, and dear students. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the edition of IEEE Bangalore Section International Conference on Intelligent Computing and Knowledge Extraction, proudly hosted by CMR University, Bangalore. This conference serves as a vibrant platform for academic excellence, research collaboration, and innovation in the ever expanding domains of artificial intelligence, machine learning, knowledge graphs, and smart systems. I'm Ayman, and I'll be your host for today's event. It's truly an honor to stand before such a distinguished gathering. Let us begin this auspicious occasion by invoking the blessings of the Almighty for wisdom, clarity, and success. I invite N. Harshita of first year to render a short prayer song of invocation. महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि वसिष्ठवामदेवादिवन्दितमहागणपतिम् महादेवसुतं गुरुगुहनुतं महादेवसुतं गुरुगुहनुतं मारकोटि प्रकाशं शान्तं महाकाव्यनाटकादिप्रियम् महाकाव्यनाटकादिप्रियम् महाकाव्यनाटकादिप्रियं मूषिकवाहनमोदगाप्रियं महाकाव्यनाटकादिप्रियं मूषिकवाहनमोदगाप्रियं पापमगमरि सरि सनि सपमगम पादनि सरि गम मरि सरि सनि पम सनि पमगमनि पमरि गमरि रिस रिस सानि पमगमनि सगम महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि वसिष्ठवामदेवादिवन्दित महागणपतिम् Thank you, everyone. Thank you for the soulful and serene invocation. Moving on, may we request Dr. N. Kannan Sir, Dean of Lakeside Campus and Director of School of Engineering and Technology, to deliver the welcome address.
The most respected chief guest of today's program, Dr. S.S. Iyengar, Florida International University, Miami, United States of America, our beloved Pro-Chancellor, Dr. Praveen, and Dr. Sudan Maji from Indian Institute of Science, Mr. Anuj Gupta, Senior Staff Engineer, Qualcomm, Bangalore, and Mr. Sunil Kumar, Head of Commercialization and Industrialization, Nokia, and Dr. Paramachari, BD, he is the Vice Chair of Bangalore IEEE Section, NMIT, and the convener of the program, Dr. Rubini. So in the absence here, Chairman Dr. K.C. Ramamurthy sir and Dr. Sabita Ramamurthy, Chancellor of our university, and Pro-Chancellor Sri Jaydeep K. Reddy, and Provost Dr. Trissa Ramamurthy, and our Honorable Vice Chancellor H.P. Raghavendra, our Registrar Evaluation, and Deans and Directors, and heads of the departments, and the faculty members, and participants from various parts of country, as well as participants from other countries. They are in online, and my dear student friends. Morning to all of you. So it is a pride moment for all of us because it is a maiden IEEE International Conference in our university, that too in the topic of intelligent computing and knowledge extraction. So everyone knows very well that the world is moving towards AI and data science. So we have chosen the right topic so that across the world, the people can come together and they'll share their knowledge and we can collaborate and we can move on so that many things will come out in the field of artificial intelligence and data science. And we are going to have today and tomorrow IEEE International Conference on Intelligent Computing and Knowledge Extraction. For this, we have received, that is more than 2,500 papers. And finally, we have shortlisted 200 papers across country as well as across worlds from 16 countries we received. We can proudly announce here. And for this program, so we have the chief guest of today's program, that is, I can say, the proud professor, Dr. S.S. Iyengar is here. That is more than half an hour. It is very difficult to stop him, sir. We have the inauguration. That much he is having the credentials on him. And it is very interesting to listen him, whatever he achieved. And he told very proudly that you can ask Toodle that, tell about Professor S.S. Iyengar. So that will tell everything. So that kind of proud professor is here and he is ready to collaborate with us on behalf of the management of this university, Vice Chancellor, Pro Vice Chancellor, and all. I extend my hearty welcome to Professor Iyengar sir to this campus. So definitely your presence will enlighten our faculties and students as well as the participants. One thing I want to tell you here, that is when we do hard work, when we do dedicatedly and committedly something, the reward will come directly or indirectly. So that is the myth. Yes, we have one such proof in our university, our Pro Vice Chancellor. So because of his hard work and dedication, management has elevated Dr. Praveen sir as Pro Vice Chancellor. So I think this is the first stage for him after becoming the Pro Vice Chancellor. So without that is thinking anything, he worked like anything. That is right from sweeper to top. He will be with everyone. So because of that hard work, he got that. So the management also recognized this. And on behalf of all, I would like to welcome Dr. Praveen sir for this conference. And we have from industry as well as from academia. So they have proved themselves in front of everyone and their proof is with us, in front of us. So we have all eminent personalities here. That is one such, Dr. Sudan Maji. He is from Indian Institute of Science. So he has achieved a lot of things. So I extend my warm welcome to Dr. Sudan Maji sir to this campus. And we have Mr. Anuj Gupta, Senior Staff Engineer from Qualcomm. So I extend my warm welcome to Mr. Anuj Gupta, sir. And we have Mr. Sunil Kumar from Nokia. He is also ready to extend the collaboration with us and to have MOU, and he wanted to do more things on this. So it is a success of this program, I can say. I welcome Mr. Sunil Kumar ji for this conference. And Dr. Parameshwari, so he is here he is a vice chair of IEEE Bangalore section from NMIT. He is a professor and he played a major role for this program. And I would like to welcome Dr. That is one thing I wanted to tell here, that is to conduct the IEEE conference is not just like that we cannot conduct. So we have to follow so many rules to get the approval itself. It is a very long process, I can say. And we have to, that is, go through the process for more than 1.5 years. I think 2 years we are on this. And right from beginning till today, that is a convener of this international conference, Dr. Rubini, have put his effort, I can say, dedicatedly, so that we are in this stage now. So I would like to welcome Dr. Rubini, and I would like to welcome all the deans and directors and registrar evaluation who has helped us in all the way and whenever we need any help, as well as the head of the departments and faculty members. So I would like to welcome each and every one of you. And without participants, no program is going to be a successful one. So we have, that is enormous papers with us, and we have received, out of that we have shortlisted only 200 the participants across the world. So I would like to welcome each and every participant of this conference to CMR University. So definitely you are going to have very good exposure and knowledge sharing and collaboration in our campus for the next 2 days. So it is not going to end with. So everyone we can collaborate. This is a forum for it. So once again, I wish all the participants to have, that is, something out of this conference. As well as I would like to welcome the special invitees and medias, as well as my dear student friends. So we are here to have this conference next 2 days. So we'll make maximum out of it for our things. That is, whatever we are in the field, definitely we'll get a lot of inputs from eminent peoples that is on the stage, as well as the participants, and also from the keynote address. So with this, I would like to thank you all for the opportunity given to me. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your warm and inspiring words. Your vision for this conference continues to elevate its academic treasure every year. As a symbol of knowledge, enlightenment, and innovation, let us now proceed with the ceremonial lighting of the lamp. I invite our esteemed dignitaries to ignite the traditional lamp. May the light of knowledge always guide us on the path of research and discovery. May I request Dr. Rubini Ma'am, Professor and Head Department of CSE, to share a few words about the conference.
Good morning, dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. It is indeed a special privilege for the School of Engineering and Technology, CMR University, Bengaluru, to host the first series of international conference on intelligent computing and knowledge extraction, acronym ICICKE 2025, which was technically co-sponsored by IEEE Bengaluru section. I feel proud and privileged to share the journey of this conference with you all today. The aim of this conference is derived from the nation's vision, Viksit Bharat 2047, and also our university vision to nurture the creative thinkers. That is the reason we have chosen the aim is to offer a platform for researchers and engineers from different backgrounds to present and discuss their latest research ideas, results, and also their potential applications. This conference was initiated about a year back with a commitment and enthusiasm to ensure that innovative and creative ideas are presented in the right forum to match the rapidly changing technological world. Our conference has attracted around 3,000 participants across the world, which includes PG students, research scholars, UG students, academicians, as well as industry personalities. We are really happy and proud to say that we have received submissions all over the world. To name a few countries where we have received the papers are like USA, Asia, Indonesia, Bangladesh, Iraq, Italy, China, Hong Kong, and also we have received papers from premier institutions like IITs, NITs, IISc, etc. The conference also attracted a strong interest from industry, which was a surprise factor even for us, with the contributions from leading organizations including Philips, US Bank, Microsoft, Visa, Cognizant, and Goldman Sachs, resulting at over 100 industrial submissions across the globe. Overall, the conference has attracted 2018 scholarly submissions, which was in the Bangalore section, top, I can say. The conference program committee had really a very challenging task of choosing high quality submission out of these 2100 papers after the standard IEEE pre-review process and also through rigorous peer review and recommendations from the technical program committee. Around 266 high quality scholarly submissions were selected for inclusion in today's conference proceedings. The final submissions of all the papers are categorized into specific tracks for presentation for both the days. Totally, we have scheduled 6 offline session tracks, which will happen for today in offline mode, and 12 online session tracks are scheduled for tomorrow. In each track, the best paper will be awarded with a certificate, and we also provide participation certificates to all the participants who are being presenting their papers in the conference. For all the sessions, we have invited domain experts from reputed institutions and university who are also there here. I wish to welcome the external session chairs who have come all over here for today's assessment of papers. And also we have identified our own internal session chairs from the University of CMR University, Bengaluru, to assess the presentation and to give a fruitful suggestion to all the participants. I wish and congratulate all the participants for bringing such high quality research works in our conference, that is ICICKE 2025. We look forward for seeing that ICICKE 2025 to be successful and enjoyable. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Rubini Ma'am, for giving us a glimpse into the vision and purpose behind today's event. It's truly inspiring to see the thought and effort that has gone into planning this day. We have come to a significant moment of today's event, the release of the conference proceedings, which encapsulates the essence of all the scholarly contributions made to this forum. May I now invite our esteemed dignitaries onto the stage for the release of the conference proceedings. We are deeply grateful to all the contributors whose work is featured and to the editorial team for their diligent efforts in bringing it together. It is now time to get to know more about the chief guest and guest of honors who have graced this occasion. In this regard, I call upon Professor Anupriya to introduce and welcome our esteemed chief guest, Professor Dr. S.S. Iyengar.
Good morning to one and all present here. It gives me immense pleasure to introduce Professor Dr. S.S. Iyengar. It is now time to felicitate our esteemed chief guest, Professor Dr. S.S. Iyengar, in recognition of their valuable presence and contribution. I request Dr. Praveen Sir, Pro Vice Chancellor Administration and Registrar, and Dr. N. Kannan Sir, Dean of Lakeside Campus and Director of School of Engineering and Technology, to kindly do the honors. Professor Dr. S.S. Iyengar is a globally renowned expert in artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, and digital forensics. He is currently the Distinguished University Professor, founding director of the Discovery Lab, and director of the U.S. Army funded Center of Excellence in Digital Forensics at Florida International University, Miami. He also holds a distinguished chair professorship at the National Forensic Sciences University. Recognized as the founding father of AI science and digital forensics by the Soft Computing Research Society in 2025, Dr. Iyengar has received numerous accolades, including the 2025 Distinguished Career Award in Computer Science, Fellow of the Washington Academy of Sciences, and the 2023 Karnataka Rajyotsava Award, one of Karnataka's highest civilian honors. With a PhD from Mississippi State University, he has mentored over 65 PhD students and many postdoctoral researchers, most of whom now serve in academia, government labs, or industry across the globe. He has authored over 600 papers, edited 32 books, and holds several patents. His groundbreaking work, the Brooks-Iyengar algorithm, has garnered over 138,000 citations, an H-index of 65, and is widely implemented in industry. A 2020 Springer book titled Fundamentals of Brooks-Iyengar Distributed Sensing Algorithm honors his contributions. Thank you, Dr. S.S. Iyengar, for gracing this occasion. Thank you, sir, for being with us today. I kindly request you to share your thoughts with us.
Good morning to all of you, and it's an honor and a privilege to be here. And this is a university where I think there is a lot of future, because I was thinking, I visited many universities in India and all over the world, but this university has a very special significance because it's in a very nice, beautiful area. It kind of resembles a campus that I was telling your Chancellor, Dr. Praveen. I really want to put my lot of good effort to make this university the best in the world. Not just the reason is there are a lot of good faculty members you have. I saw some of the faculty members very committed, and I see all our young students, and more importantly, the areas that you are really trying to move forward, artificial intelligence and knowledge extraction, they are going to be very critical in years to come. I will be giving a talk on that in a couple of minutes after this. So it is on this occasion, I've written lots of books, but this is a very special book I've written called Mathematical Theories of Machine Learning and Applications. I want to give it to the Chancellor, Dr. Praveen. A token of appreciation. And actually, the reason I'm giving this book, one of the authors of this book is a former student of mine who is now a professor at the University of California, Berkeley. So you can very well imagine this student who worked at FIU become a very distinguished faculty at Berkeley. So that means there is no boundaries for anybody to sort of, obstacle for us to cross. It does not matter the branding of the school. It does not matter, but a school like this is very important, at this stage, very important. I think I want to tell you a good story. And then, of course, like I've been in America for 54 years. I went in 1970, with a lot of little humble background, didn't have much of things. Then I came back in 1974. Then I married a very beautiful girl by name Manorama. And she did not have much education, but she had the vision, and she supported me for the last 35, 36 years, and she passed away 3 years back. The reason I am telling is, just before she was passing away, she told me, you have done enough for United States. I built institution in America, built many of the institutions that are very well known today, including FIU. So she said, I would like you to go back and work with our colleagues in India and make those institutions the best in the world. So I'm in that trajectory right now, and I've already done a lot of things for RVC, PS University, and so on. But this university has a lot of interest for me, and I told Dr. Praveen, today may not be the last time that we're going to meet. You should come. I live in Sadashinagar, and I want to make sure I develop a road plan. So please come, because this will be a starting to make a difference under your leadership. And I would certainly help. And there are different ways for helping, developing a partnership with our university. And Dr. Choli is already here. I worked with him. And developing a conference with our university also. and then submitting lots of proposals for National Science Foundation and various for collaboration funding. So there are many, many avenues that we have. And then there are students who should come from here. And likewise, I want students from there to here. Faculty exchange program, Fulbright Nehru program. So there are many, many opportunities. I would share that with your chancellor. Again, thank you for giving me an opportunity to say a few words. I really appreciate the opportunities everybody has provided to make the collaboration and our friendship and developing this into a world-class program in the world. So thank you and have a great day.
That was truly inspiring. Thank you for sharing your wisdom, sir. Now, I call upon Professor Akshata Bhatt to introduce and welcome our guest of honor, Dr. Sudan Maji.
Good morning, all. Today, we have the privilege of introducing Dr. Sudan Maji, who not only exemplifies his wisdom but also inspires everyone around them to reach for new heights. We take this opportunity to felicitate our distinguished guest of honor, Dr. Sudan Maji. He received the MTech degree in Computer Science and Data Processing from Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur, India in 2004 and the PhD degree from Nanyang Technological University, Singapore in 2008. He has postdoctoral experience with the University of Michigan, Dearborn, USA, the Institute of Electronics and Telecommunications, Rennes, France, and Nanyang Technological University, Singapore. He was an assistant professor jointly with Mathematics and Electrical Engineering Department at IIT Patna from 2013 to 2018. He was also an associate professor from July 2018 to August 2021. Currently, he is an associate professor in the Electrical Communication Engineering at the Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. He is fellow of Sir Visvesvaraya Young Faculty Research. He is an editor of IEEE Transaction on Vehicular Technology Journal, IEEE Wireless Communications Letters. He has served as an editorship of IEEE Communication Letters and an associate editor for Circuits, Systems and Signal Processing Springer. His research interest includes signal processing for wireless communication, which includes blind synchronization and parameter estimation, modulation classification, cooperative communications, physical layer security, cognitive radio, and various other communication technologies. It is time to give a very big round of applause to this outstanding personality.
I request Professor Dr. Smita to introduce and welcome our guest of honor, Mr. Sunil Kumarji.
It is now time to felicitate our esteemed guest of honor, Mr. Sunil Kumarji, in recognition of their valuable presence and contribution. So with great respect and joy, I introduce Mr. Sunil Kumarji. He is a senior executive with 30 years track record of successful strategic leadership in the telecom and IT space with core competencies in consulting, product management, operations, delivery, pre-sales, program management, system integration, automation, and testing. He has successfully built and managed several services and product businesses across Europe, America, APAC, and India, including several key on-site engagements in UK, APAC, USA, and an independent consultant role in Brazil. Technology areas range from mobile broadband networks, LTE, VoLTE, IMS, next-gen in-NGN SDPs, video solutions, intelligent networks, VAS, automation, embedded software, IP, and enterprise networks. He currently heads commercialization and industrialization for enterprise private wireless solutions business as a part of cloud and network services in Nokia. Previously, he led innovation as a part of strategy and portfolio management in Nokia's mobile network care businesses. He has led several strategic programs and solution verticals in Nokia since 2010. He started his career with CDOT, worked in few other startups on push to talk and startup on video getaways, transcoding, surveillance, and video analytics. And also he holds an executive MBA from XLRI Jamshedpur and an engineering degree in electronics and communication and an AIML program from MIT in designing AI products and services. He is an active workgroup member of the Global IEEE Future Networks Initiative for AIML. Thank you, Mr. Sunil Kumarji, for gracing this occasion. I would request you to share your thoughts with us, sir.
Good morning. Good morning. Okay, very warm welcome to all of you who are gathered here today. The chief guest, very esteemed chief guest, the principal, the dignitaries, the HODs, the fellow guests of honor, and the coordinators and all of you students here. It's heartfelt congratulations and my gratitude to the CMR University for hosting this prestigious event, IEEE event at this Lakeside campus of yours in Bangalore. And it's an honor to be here as part of this inspiring gathering of young innovators. I extend my best wishes to all the participants, both in Bangalore and across the globe, as on this conference of this IEEE Intelligent Computing and Knowledge Extraction 2025. Just imagine yourself walking into a factory, a smart factory, right? And you have probably been on an industrial visit sometime, right? So imagine a factory worker who actually is able to look at their tablet and ask some complex questions and get some instantaneous responses from the tablet, including a detailed step-by-step operating instructions of what to do next, right? And the same tablet, which she is looking at, monitors her entire surroundings and it also provides some situational and contextual data, right? And also predicts potential bottlenecks. And it also highlights highlighting safety hazards, which might be as part of that campus or part of the smart factory, right? And it also flags inefficiencies, driving her to optimize her output. So the same tablet does everything, right from providing instructions on how to operate a machine, to looking at the contextual data, to looking at any kind of sensor-based data, which is basically causing some potential breakdown or a collision of the AMRs or the mobile robots going around, right? So that's the power of our industrial AI, right? And that is the foundation of Industry 4.0 as well, right? So ABI research predicts that AI will contribute to $450 billion in value across multiple industry segments like manufacturing, mining, ports, and defense, and so on. And by 2030, this would be roughly around $450 billion, right? And Goldman Sachs also expects generative AI to drive around $7 trillion increase in the global GDP over the next 10 years, right? So I believe this sets the context for a very detailed conversation about the infinite possibilities offered by intelligent computing and knowledge extraction to help us understand and address complex problems around us and also deliver sustainable and lasting solutions. So I look forward to discussing in greater detail with you during the day about intelligent computing and knowledge extraction as part of the keynote speech later today. Once again, thank you for having me here today.
We appreciate your presence and the knowledge you brought to us today, sir. I would like to call upon Dr. Pratibha Pandey to introduce and welcome our guest of honor, Mr. Anuj Gupta.
With highest honor and supreme distinction, I would like to introduce our guest, Mr. Anuj Gupta. As a token of respect and appreciation, I request Praveen sir, Registrar and Pro-Vice Chancellor of CMR University, and Dr. Kannan sir to kindly do the honor. Mr. Anuj is a global lead for a model system and onboarding at Qualcomm Cloud AI, where he leads the optimization of AI models for NPU-based Qualcomm Cloud AI products and manages the development and commercialization of software solutions within AI technology stack. His current work focuses on developing new techniques to optimize large language model and generative AI workload for ahead-of-time compiler-based software architecture. With 19 years of experience in wireless communication and AI system, Mr. Anuj has a background that spans both software development across domain. His experience include contribution to software design and commercialization across 3G, LTE, and satellites communication system, working on both modem side and network side implementations. Mr. Anuj has filed several patents and AI model optimization, addressing technical challenges in the field. Currently, Mr. Anuj focuses on addressing challenges in AI deployment, performance optimization, and the practical implementation of AI application across various AI use cases. Thank you, sir, for gracing this occasion, requesting you to share your thoughts on this.
Hello, everyone. Thank you all for having me here, and I really congratulate all the organizers for hosting such a wonderful conference. Now, I truly believe that we all are living through the most transformative technological shift in our times. You see, just a couple of years back, generative AI was limited or confined to few research labs in the world. But now, if you see, slowly it is getting democratized. And the way it is shaping the way we work, we just think and we ask, and our questions are answered. Now, think about it. The entire generative AI revolution started off with the new foundation models like GPT. It started off with GPT. I'm sure all of you would remember the chat GPT moment. And it's continuing with the models like Llama, Gemini, so on and so forth. Now, creating of those models, the training is just one part of the equation. But real magic starts with inference, where the LLMs or the generative AI is working for you. It is solving your questions, answering your queries, creating your content, and just helping you work along the way as you move. Now, even though most of the highlights capture the long training times, but the real technical innovation that is happening right now is on the inference side, because you really need to deploy these powerful models efficiently to make them run faster. You need to develop applications which deliver that power-packed efficiency. Now, that is where the transformation is currently happening. Now, it's very important for everyone to realize how optimizing the AI is shaping the AI deployment worldwide. We are moving away from those rosy and impressive demos to real deployments where the businesses can scale. Now, think about it. You have some applications. They are now able to do work which you used to take 30 minutes, and just in a matter of few seconds. And later in the day, I'll talk about how Qualcomm is addressing this critical challenge of optimizing the cloud AI at scale. And we'll see how we can transform our prototypes into applications which actually render business opportunities, and they help businesses scale. The future of AI is not just the large models, it is about deploying them intelligently. We'll dive into the specifics in the keynote later. Thank you for having me here. Thank you.
That was truly motivating. Thank you for being here with us, sir. Once again, I request Professor Akshata Bhatt to introduce and welcome our guest of honor, Dr. Parameshachari BD.
While being inspired is a gift, becoming an inspiration is a rare honor. It is with great pride that we introduce a truly remarkable leader, Dr. Parameshachari BD. Dr. Parameshachari BD is currently working as Professor and Head of Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering at Nitte Meenakshi Institute of Technology, Bengaluru. He is also working as an Associate Dean in Research and Development at NMIT. He is also the Visiting Professor for University of Rome, Tor Vergata, Italy. He is currently serving as the Vice Chair, IEEE Bangalore section. He has listed in the world's top 2% scientists by Stanford University, USA for his research works. He is recognized as Research Guide at VTU Belagavi, awarded 4 PhD, and currently 5 research scholars are pursuing PhD under his supervision. He has published over 150 plus articles in SCI, Scoopers, and other index, and also in the several international conferences. He is also an associate editor for Expert Systems, Whaley, International Journal of Computational Intelligent Systems, Springer, and International Journal of Reconfigurable and Embedded Systems. He is also serving as an editorial board member, academic editor, and reviewer for several international journals indexed in SEI and Scoopers. He is the recipient of IEEE Bangalore Section Outstanding Volunteer Award, IEEE Bangalore Section Outstanding Branch Counselor Award, Outstanding Service Excellence Award from IEEE ITS Bangalore Chapter, IEEE Bangalore Section Chase Recognition from IEEE Bangalore Section, and Outstanding Reviewer Elsevier Signal Processing. He has served in various expert committees for VTU Belagavi. He has also served as the lead guest editor for Springer, Elsevier, and IEEE journals. Under his guidance, IEEE and MIT student branch has received 50,000 USD funding from IEEE AESS Society. And I'm very fortunate enough to read his profile for the second time. So a big round of applause for Dr. Parameshachari BD. It is with deep admiration that I invite Dr. Parameshachari to inspire us with his words of wisdom and share the wealth of experience.
Thank you, madam. Elrigu namaskara. Very good morning. Respected dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, my dear colleagues and student friends, and my dear IEEE volunteers and student branch office bearers. I'm very happy to be here on this occasion of inauguration of IEEE International Conference ICICKE 2025, organized by CMR University, representing the IEEE Bangalore section. And I'm happy to share the dais with one of the great professor and professor already sir has mentioned, Professor S.S. Iyengar sir. And if you want more details and about the Professor Iyengar sir, already I visited. I saw the YouTubes of Professor Iyengar sir, and you can go to just type S.S. Iyengar sir in the Google, the YouTube, you'll get all the details. So he has explored all the opportunities even in 1970 itself. Okay, and he is also the IEEE fellow. So becoming an IEEE fellow, it is very, very, very difficult. In IEEE Bangalore section, see, IEEE Bangalore section is for Karnataka. So not only limited to IEEE Bangalore section. So throughout Karnataka, we will get hardly 25 plus IEEE fellow members. Okay. So we have IEEE senior members. So the IEEE actually starts with students as IEEE student member. So the PG students and PhD students, they can go for IEEE graduate members, and professional members, they can go for IEEE professional member. And then if you have sufficient significant contributions towards to IEEE and the academia and industry also, you can go for IEEE senior member. So then you will go for IEEE fellow. So becoming IEEE fellow like Professor Iyengar sir will get. So I mentioned only 25 plus IEEE fellow members within the Bangalore section. So IEEE Bangalore section will provide the, there are two types of sponsorships towards the conference. So this conference, today's conference, is the technical co-sponsorship. So financial sponsorship will be for only the flagship conferences of IEEE Bangalore section. So IEEE Bangalore section, every year they will conduct the flagship conference. This year also we have 11th series of IEEE Connect. It is going to be held in Hotel Grand Sheraton. And even the IEEE Bangalore section, we have 25 society chapters. So we are in total in IEEE we have 39 societies. So out of 39 societies, we can join any of our interests. Say like we have IEEE Communication Society, IEEE Signal Processing Society, IEEE Robotics Society, IEEE Vehicular Technology, IEEE Computational Intelligence Society. Like that, we have 39 technical societies. Basically, we can join any of the technical society. I think CMR University, as per my knowledge, it is only IEEE student branch is there. So there is no society chapters. So you have different departments. So I think electronics department, computer science, and mechanical, civil. So each department can start their own society chapters under the IEEE student branch. IEEE student branch for the whole university. So under the student branch, so based on your specialization, based on your interest, you can join the different societies. So each society is also offer the seed money. So for funding support this seed money. So just now your fact, madam has introduced. So our Nitai Meenakshi has got $50,000 of IEEE Aerospace and Electronic Systems Society. Actually, we fund the we proposed one funding proposal to IEEE Aerospace in 2022. So they are given this three phase actually. Each phase is $25,000. So another $25,000 is pending. So in the July month, IEEE AES's president is visiting to our college. So after his review, after his comments, so the remaining $25,000 will come. So based on that, see, these type of opportunities are available with the society. So just having the student branch, it is not going to be helpful for the students or the faculty members. So you should start the different society chapters. I think different society chapters will also help the student branch or the student branch chapters to grow financially and also technically also. So since see IEEE and also one more main opportunity with the IEEE is, so as I mentioned, our student branch got fund from IEEE Aerospace and Electronic System Society. So they are coming their own cost. So our NMIT is not going to provide any travel or accommodation, anything. They will only take care. IEEE will provide all the facilities to the professors or president will come from USA. So they will only take care. So all these type of opportunities with available in the IEEE. One more opportunity is there is IEEE Distinguished Lecture Program is there. IEEE Distinguished Lecture Program also, all the for the distinguished professors will come from university, abroad. So their travel will be taken care by IEEE. So for those, for conducting distinguished speakers lecture program, so they have the societies, different societies. The particular society, they will come only with the specialization, so not with general topics. So for that, we should have these different societies. Request the CMR to establish chapters. So establishing student branch chapters, we require only 6 students and 1 faculty advisor to establish the chapters. And even IEEE Bank is providing travel grants to the students, those who want to present the papers in abroad, especially the Tier 1 conference in abroad. So IEEE Bangalore section will provide travel grant up to 50,000 rupees for the students, the research scholars and the PG, UG students, up to 50,000 per year, every year up to 5 to 10 students we are providing actually. And IEEE Bangalore section will also provide the scholarships for up to 75 students with the rupees of 10,000. The students having the lesser income. And also one more opportunity with the IEEE Women Engineering Affinity Group. IEEE Women Engineering Affinity Group, the Quest Global is there, IEEE Quest Global. So they will also provide scholarships to the women students, girl students of 50,000 rupees for each of students. Actually, our NMIT is receiving every year 5 to 6 students in other student branch also. So since I am representing from IEEE Bangalore section, we have around 120 student branches across Karnataka. All student branches, those who are having IEEE Women Engineering Affinity Group, so their students will generally 3 to 5 students they will sponsor from IEEE Quest Global. So there are a lot of opportunities with IEEE. We have to explore the opportunities in IEEE. And with respect to this conference, I'm happy to see the number of submissions in the first edition itself, the more than 2,000 plus submissions. So the acceptance rate is around 200 plus, sir has mentioned. So the acceptance rate is less than around 10%. So I think the conference organizers are maintaining the quality of the benchmark of IEEE. So I think I request the organizers to continue the same process, rigorous review process for the upcoming conference as well. So once again, I take this opportunity to thank the management of CMR University for inviting me to address all of you. I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for those insightful words. And a sincere thank you to our professors for setting the tone with such a warm welcome. I now, I now invite our respected Dean, Dr. N. Kannan, sir, Dean of Lakeside Campus, Director of School of Engineering and Technology, to kindly come forward and present a memento to Dr. Praveen, sir, for gracing this occasion. I now request Dr. Rubini ma'am to come forward and present a memento to Dr. N. Kannan sir for his valuable presence. Now, I would like to request Dr. Praveen sir to present a memento to Dr. Rubini ma'am. Two eminent persons have joined us online. Dr. Lian Carlos Santos, Tolentino Technological University of the Philippines, and Dr. Sohiful Anwar Zainul Murad, University Malaysia Perlis, Malaysia. We feel honored to have you join us online. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it from Dr. Lian Carlos Santos.
University, Bengaluru, Karnataka, India, from 6th to 7th June 2025, in association with the IEEE Bangalore section. This prestigious conference is a highly commendable initiative that aims to bring together a distinguished and diverse community of researchers, academicians, professionals, and students from around the world by providing a vibrant platform for intellectual exchange, collaborative research, and interdisciplinary dialogue. ICICKE 2025 plays a crucial role in advancing technological innovation and addressing real-world challenges in intelligent computing and knowledge systems. I extend my heartfelt congratulations and best wishes to the organizing committee.
Thank you, Dr. Lian Carlos Santos, for sharing your thoughts with us. Dear professors, let us hear it from Dr. Sohiful Anwar Zainul Murad.
Ask him to play. Not connected.
Bengaluru, Karnataka, India, from 6th to 7th June 2025, in association with the IEEE Bangalore section. This prestigious conference is a highly commendable initiative that aims to bring together a distinguished and diverse community of researchers, academicians, professionals, and students from around the world by providing a vibrant platform for intellectual exchange, collaborative research, and interdisciplinary dialogue. ICICKE 2025 plays a crucial role in advancing technological innovation and addressing real-world challenges in intelligent computing and knowledge systems. I extend my heartfelt congratulations and best wishes to the organizing committee, contributing authors, and all participants. May ICICKE 2025 be a resounding success, achieving its goals and leaving a lasting impact on the global research and innovation ecosystem.
Very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Associate Professor IR Dr. Soiful Anwar Zainul from Faculty of Electronic Engineering and Technology, University Malaysia, Malaysia. This gives me great pleasure to announce the IEEE International Conference on Intelligent Computing and Knowledge Extraction, ICICKE 2025, to be hosted by CMR University, Bengaluru, Karnataka, India, from 6 to 7 June 2025, in collaboration with the IEEE Bengaluru section. The central objective of the prestigious conference is to create a platform for the exchange of knowledge, breakthrough ideas, and practical insight in the rapidly advancing field of data science, intelligence system, and information technologies. The event aspires to bring together leading minds from academic, research, and industry to discuss emerging trends, address pressing challenges, and explore transformative solutions. The conference program has been meticulously designed to feature distinguished keynote address, technical paper presentation, engaging panel discussion, and interactive session that will facilitate cross-discipline dialogue. The session aims to spark new research direction, promote collaboration across sectors, and enhance academia industry engagement. I extend my heartfelt congratulations to the organizing committee for their vision, commitment, and tireless effort in bringing ICICKE 2025 to life. My best wishes also go to all the participants. May your involvement in this conference be intellectually enriching, professionally beneficial, and personally inspired, contributing meaningful to your journey of discovery and innovation. Thank you very much.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us.
Warm greetings all from UC.
Presiding over today's ceremony is a leader whose vision and dedication have shaped the path we walk on. I would request Dr. Praveen Sir, Pro Vice Chancellor Administrations and Registrar of CMR University, to deliver the presidential address.
A very good morning to all. respected chief guest of today's program, Professor S.S. Iyengar Sarji, the guest of honors, Dr. Sudhan Manji, Mr. Anuj Gupta, Mr. Sunil Kumar Ji, Dr. Parameshwari DB, Dean, Lakeside Campus, Dr. Kannan N, the program convener, Dr. Rubini, all deans, directors, faculty members, participants, and the dear students. On behalf of the entire CMR fraternity, I welcome you all to this International Conference 2025. I know that IEEE tagline is Advancing Technology for Humanity. And also it says the conferences of IEEE and the events worldwide are organized each year, curating innovative content across engineering and technology. And any conference in that matter provides an opportunity to all of us to exchange knowledge, to foster partnerships, and address real-world challenges with research-driven solutions. And everybody, we are talking about artificial intelligence and machine learning, data science. I am from education background and I have done work on intelligence, where I never heard of artificial intelligence. But I read it somewhere that artificial intelligence means the machines and computers do the tasks with human intelligence. That human intelligence includes the learning, problem solving, and other things. That means the human intelligence is very important behind the artificial intelligence. That's what I heard from everybody, that it is not just the computing, but it is also always it should be interdisciplinary. Because all other disciplines, including the social sciences, the languages, architecture, design, management, economics, commerce, every should be there to blend with the computing or computer science so that the artificial intelligence works. Because nobody works without economics, nobody works without commerce, nobody can work without the languages. And beyond all, the psychology is also very important. See, everything you have to bring it to do anything. So, with this background, the conferences are organized, and definitely today's conference in CMR University, we are doing about the intelligent computing and knowledge extraction. That is, finally, the knowledge extraction is important, and I hope in these 2 days conference, at the end of the day, tomorrow by 2:45, the knowledge extractions will be there because of nearly so many paper presentations across the country as well as from the international level. So I extend my all our CMR University's all support to all the participants in these 2 days conference. And I know the School of Engineering Technology has made all arrangements for the beautiful and happy stay in these 2 days till tomorrow evening in this conference. And I take this opportunity to extend my sincere appreciation and thanks to our chief guest, Professor S.S. Iyengar sir, and all the guests of honors for joining us on this day. And as already Iyengar sir said, that we will be tying up with Florida International University shortly. And sir has said that by November or December, we'll be having one conference in tie-up with Florida International University. And on behalf of management, we'll assure you, sir, definitely we'll do that. And also, I take this opportunity to congratulate President Kannan for organizing the international conference in association with IEEE. And also, I take this opportunity to congratulate the program coordinator, Rubini, for making all these arrangements. And I encourage all participants, faculty members, and dear students to actively participate in these 2 days conference. And I express my sincere thanks to the organizers for giving me an opportunity to be part of your program. Once again, welcome you all and wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable words. As we come to the end of the inaugural ceremony of the IEEE Conference on Intelligent Computing and Knowledge Extraction, it is time to express our gratitude to all those who made this event a success. May I now invite Dr. Brajesh Mishra, sir, Associate Professor, Department of ECE, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good morning, one and all. I feel honored and privileged to get this opportunity to propose a vote of thanks on this occasion of the International Conference on Intelligent Computing and Knowledge Extraction, hosted by the School of Engineering and Technology, CMR University. First and foremost, on behalf of the organizing committee, I extend our heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Iyengar, Chief Guest of today's session from Florida International University, USA. Sir, your gracious presence and inspiring address have truly elevated the spirit of this conference. Our sincere thanks to our esteemed guest of honor, Dr. Sudhan Maji, Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, Dr. Parmesh Acharya, BD, Vice Chair, IEEE Bangalore Section, Nikti Institute of Technology, Bangalore, Mr. Sunil Kumarji, Head of Commercialization and Industrialization, Nokia, Mr. Anuj Gupta, Senior Staff Engineer at Qualcomm. Thank you all for your insightful words and for sharing your vision with us today. Your presence has greatly enriched the inaugural session. A special thanks to our university leadership for their continued support and motivation in organizing such a prestigious event. Dr. K.C. Ramurthy, retired IPS and Chairman, CMR Group of Institutions, Dr. Savita Ramurthy, Chancellor, CMR University, Sri Jaideep K.R. Reddy, Pro-Chancellor, CMR University, Dr. Trista Ramurthy, Provost, CMR University. I extend our sincere gratitude to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor H.B. Raghavendra, for his visionary leadership and unwavering support in making ICICKE 2025 in a reality. We also thank our respected Pro-Vice Chancellor, Administration and Registrar, Dr. Praveen Sir, for his continued encouragement and strategic guidance throughout the planning and execution of this conference. Their timely support helped us obtain the necessary administrative approval to organize this event on our campus. A special thanks to Professor Ian Kannan, Dean Lakeside Campus and Director, School of Engineering and Technology. Your continuous support, guidance and involvement have been instrumental in the successful organizing of ICICKE 2025. Sir, you supported us in every possible way to make this conference a success. I would also like to thank Professor Glenn Devdas, Director of Research and Innovation, and Professor Sudhir K. Rutre, Dean Academics, for their guidance and encouragement in fostering a vibrant academic environment for this conference. I extend my sincere thanks to the deans and directors of the various schools for their gracious presence, encouragement and continued support from their respective schools toward the success of ICICKE 2025. Professor Murlidhar K, Director, School of Architecture, Professor Bhupendra Bahadur Tiwari, Director, School of Economics and Commerce, Professor Rajat Gira, Dean, School of Management, Professor Ashok Kumar, Director, School of Science and Computer Studies, Professor Subramanya TR, Dean, School of Legal Studies, Dr. Lata Krishnan, Dean, School of Liberal Studies, Professor Alexandra, Director, School of Design, Professor Mohan Reddy, Director, IQAC, Dr. Nagraj Choli, Associate Dean, CMR University, Dr. Satish Kumar, Director, International Relations, Dr. Sridhar, Registrar, Evaluation, Dr. Purna Prasad, Director, School of Management, Lakeside Campus. I must also express our gratitude to our Deputy Directors, Professor Kiran Kumari Patil and Professor Manikandan SP for their valuable suggestions and encouragement throughout the organization of this event. I extend my deep appreciation to Professor Rubni, convener of this conference and head of the Department Computer Science and Engineering, for her outstanding leadership and commitment in shaping this event. Her meticulous planning, tireless efforts, and clear vision have made the driving force behind the smooth execution of every detail. I'm also deeply thankful to all program advisory committee members and our esteemed invited speakers for their valuable contributions and support in reaching the conference. I would like to thank our beloved head of the departments, Dr. K.V. Prasad from Electronics and Communication Department, Professor Manjunath, EIML, Professor Sridhar, Information and Technology, Dr. Sri Vidya Verma, BSH department for their constant help and guidance, which served as a great source of motivation for all of us. I would also like to acknowledge the efforts of our Master of Ceremony, Dr. Pratibha Pandey, Ms. Anupriya, Dr. Ishmita, and Professor Akshita Bhatt for flawlessly coordinating this inaugural session. We deeply appreciate the tireless efforts of the organizing committee, faculty members, and student volunteers whose hard work behind the scenes made this event seamless and memorable. Last but not least, to all dignitaries, session chairs, session coordinators, reviewers, paper presenters, attendees, global participants, IT and media team and well-wishers joining us from around the world. Your presence today adds immense value to this event. We look forward to meaningful academic exchange over the next 2 days. With that, I conclude my vote of thanks. Let us carry forward the spirit of learning, collaboration, and innovation. Thanks you again and have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. May I kindly request all the dignitaries and invited guests to come forward for the official group photograph to commemorate the special event.
and dignitaries who have come for this conference ICICKE 2025. We are in second part of our conference inauguration now, wherein we will be having list of keynote speech by the delegates happening now. Now I request our beloved guest, chief guest of the day, Dr. S.S. Iyengar sir, Florida International University, Miami, USA, to deliver his keynote speech. We are honored to have you here, sir.
Okay, good. Okay, that should be good enough. I think, can everybody see this? Yeah. Okay, so I can start?
Yes, sir. Meanwhile, few participants will be joining and already
Yeah,
joined
no
in
problem.
online.
No
Go
problem.
ahead.
Thank you. Okay, again, I think good morning to all of you. And so I'm going to talk about demystifying artificial intelligence, So if you have any questions, you can ask me right in the middle also, no problem. Okay, so, I've been working in the area of AI for quite some time, maybe about 20 years. And, to be very honest with you, during the 1980s, I wasn't very sure about the success of AI. The reason for that is we developed a medical diagnosis systems, STAR MD, using somewhat kind of an AI, but an expert system. And so I presented a talk some time back in 1995, and then a good, very distinguished professor, John Hopcraft from Cornell, was there. And so afterwards, we were having a discussion, and he's a theoretician. You understand, theoretical computer scientists in those days did not think of AI very much. And he was on many important committees at the national and global level, and he always never used to think that AI is going to work. So, and then at the end of my talk, he said, Dr. Iyengar, everything looks good, but I'm not 100% sure the idea of AI is going to work. And that was in 1992 or 93. Then again, I met him sometime around the 2010 or 11. I know him well. And so then I gave a different talk at that time related to AI. And then he completely changed his mind. He said, Ram, I know what you think, but AI is really going to play a major game in the coming decades. That was in 2010. And now you see that AI has changed the landscape of the world. So that's why I want to talk about AI. And in the meantime, I got a big grant from Army Research Office on digital forensic analysis, a $2.4 million grant with lots of people. And it was very interesting because that is a kind of AI-enabled forensic analysis. I will talk about it a little more on that later. What happened to this slide? So very interestingly now, what is the future of AI? A lot of people ask me. The future is wonderful because, you have seen already the use of AI, chat GPT, generative language and all. It has made our life much more simpler, easier. Okay, so in olden days, if I had to draft a letter to somebody, it used to take a lot of time, right? But so now it's much easier. So Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji recently visited, last year, 2024, and India is the AI power of the new world. So there's a lot of good work is coming. So very interestingly, you see that there are lots of companies who are trying to do a lot of good things. And digital rules for digital security. Of course, mostly in the concept of cyber security, predicting terrorists and so on and so forth. I may not go into that, but there is a lot of power into this. So now, what is AI? Why are we so interested? And I think I was talking to a few people there. We really are interested. I want to mimic human brain. Of course, the question that comes to your mind is, do you understand how a human brain works? Well, to some extent. I don't say that we know all of everything what we do. We understand because human brain is a very complex machine, and so the question is, how do you sort of develop algorithms to mimic our brain? Okay, simple example. In 1984 or 85, when I was a visiting scientist at Oak Ridge National Lab, so the director of the lab came to me and said, "Oh, Dr. Iyengar, I would like you to design
I can immediately process that. I know how the remote works. Suppose even assume I do not know, you give me a very funny shape type of bag, remote, I can instantly make out, by bombarding all my neurons into a proper framework, and I can say, okay, this is the way it works. So that power is there. So this is what we call as data-driven decision making. How do I accelerate that? I have a beautiful computing here. This computing is like a quantum computing here. I can do that. That's another interesting thing. And then there are a lot of AI tools. Now, we are also able to do some deeper insights with AI for actionable outcomes. Okay? See, we also do that on human brain, right? So what we do, suppose I met somebody long back and I don't remember the name, then I was seeing him. I have very beautiful face recognition algorithm. And the moment I see a beautiful girl, I can see I've seen her somewhere, she was such and such a girl. So I kind of do all the important decision making process very, on a real time basis. All of those things are important. So, what is that I'm trying to tell you here is, I discover knowledge. So called whatever you like about knowledge is. So knowledge discovery from data is what now. Right. So the question somebody was asking, can you have a good AI powered sentiment detection? Decisions. So that's also true because let's assume I'm giving an AI talk. If I'm not able to explain, if I'm not able to give a good interpretation of what is AI, what are the AI tools, that becomes fairly difficult for people to comprehend. Now, AI also is true because if your data is corrupted data, but I can remove all of the, doing a hidden relationship analysis on that, I can remove using AI analysis. Of course, the question, major thing is massive computational sources you need, resources, because you can't just doing, that's why we are talking about quantum forensics. I don't know how many of you have seen. I've been able to define a deep fake detection for any problem instantaneously, with one of the recent work which we have done. That's where I want to develop a chip on that. Okay, all the algorithms work, simulation works using AI enabled. Now, the ethical dilemmas is decision made by autonomous systems. I don't know, I would not consider that as an ethical dilemma, but there are still a lot of people are asking about all of those things. So, lack of transparency, ethical consideration, so all of these things becomes a problematic, but it is not really something from the AI point. A case in point, this is a real problem that we have been working on. How do you provide empowering lives through AI smart glasses? Recently somebody from Germany came to me and said, sir, there are a lot of people who have no eyes, but they're very smart. Their brain works, but unfortunately, something has happened. So some statistics to this. There are blindness in the country, 158 million people. Moderate vision,
and so you can see some of the statistics of why this problem is important. Everyday challenges, you see that, if you don't have the vision, that hampers your thinking. But we are now telling, no, not to worry about it, because we can provide an AI-powered glasses, and like a contact lens, they'll be able to do that. So impact on mental health and social life is also there, especially for these, people who cannot see. I mean, some of these reasons, anxiety, social life is not that good, and so on. So what supports mental health? A sense of coherence, because sometimes people who are blind, they feel very inferior, they do not know, okay? So what needs to be done? So we have developed a kind of a system called our new AI smart glasses. So here, it's an application-based solution. So we developed a glass like AI models, they are embedded with AI, okay? So, and that is based on edge computing. And so you can argue Google already has some part of it, but it's very expensive. Google AI smart glasses are about 6 lakhs of rupees for somebody to buy. So people who can afford, they can do it. But I'm interested in giving it to 1,000 or 1,500 rupees, something like this. So the features that we have, object recognition, I mean, it may not be 100% perfect, but it has all the basic things what you need, and these are some of the things that our model has. So the key technology is we've been able to sort of have a computer vision, an augmented reality, all of those things in terms of the deep learning algorithms that we have embedded, and it is in the process of coming into public, okay? So, and it has been tested also in Germany. Some features which are available on Android, iOS. So there are some changes that we are trying to make and probably deploy it very soon. So impact of our invention. So it provides basically enhanced independence, boosting confidence in public spaces. So it is not something we are talking about AI for the sake of talking. It is an implementable, real-time solution to a problem. And here is an example what we have done on this. So now, okay, that's an example to show you AI, the applications of AI to real problem. Now, so there are questions people were asking, can AI take over? Of course, yes. The reason for that is, you know that I told you about an autonomous vehicle going from San Francisco to Los Angeles. Now, remember, the car is still programmed based on the rules, everything safe to go. Now, let's assume if something that we did not expect that happens, then you're not able to control that. That's where what we are talking about in many of these autonomous vehicles, we must have some policies in a way that we should be able to take over from the AI-based solution. You understand what I'm telling you? So what I'm telling you is that's where AI can take over, because once we have developed a system like this, Tesla also has that, then it runs on that, nothing happens. But let us see, there is something happens which we don't know, okay, unforeseen, and then I don't know how to control it because it's already programmed, but not for that particular situation. So in that particular case, we must be able to have some policy decision or control decision. That's why, Greg Hinton, while he was working at Google, he said, I don't want to work anymore on AI because of the fear, of what happens. So automated evidence collection of the data, predictive anomaly detection, all of those things can be done, very beautifully and much more better than a doctor. For example, in this, if a forensic lab, you give all the data, it comes up with a result, yes or no. Perfect result, better than human beings, okay? And you can see validation, feature selection, everything is kind of done. And validation also is very important. So here is an example of reliability of artificial intelligence for real-time application. So you have an imaging, a forensic analysis, and then you can see how beautifully it is able to give the final result on this. Of course, I'm not giving you any mathematics to this. I'm just trying to give you an overview. There is a book, I've given it to the Chancellor and he has it. So what are the shortfalls in current approaches? Lack of AI integration into law enforcement. I'm only using law because we have done some work at National Forensic Science University. Sometimes in predictive policing, difficulty in real-time deployment due to quality issues of data. So I basically said, if the quality of the data is not good, then your predictive policing is not going to be good. Evidence collection. If you don't have enough computational resources to solve real time, and then that's threat analysis, lack of trained personnel to effectively use AI systems. So AI systems, some of the very sophisticated one, you need to be trained, okay? And current system limitations, AI potential is hindered by existing technology infrastructure. So quality issue is there, you need lack of personnel and so on and so forth. Short are the current, bias in AI's data bias, okay? If the training data contains bias like gender, race, AI model will not produce outcome. Okay, here is an example. It happens in the United States. There is always a discrimination, about African Americans in the United States, and it has been there. And so whenever they have come up with some rules and regulations on the AI and build a system for people, so there the question may be a little bit biased. Suppose there's somebody, a white man writing a program, he may think, oh, all black people are no good, or a stereotype decision, I'm telling you. Not all the time, but it can happen. Algorithmic bias, so it also depends upon the way AI algorithms are designed or trained. That's important. Then mitigating bias, like diverse data sets if you have, how do you design a transparent algorithm design, and how do you continuously check the bias and having the impact on AI. So all of these things are challenges, but a lot of it has been already eliminated on that. So you can see, systematic bias, algorithmic bias, so what would happen in terms of the statistical computation and so on. Okay, now resource intensive, you can look at some numbers here. Most of the AI algorithms, especially if you want to make it, they are very high computational demand because you need significant computational power to work on the data. If you don't have it, then you're not able to produce. Expertise also is very much needed. Smaller organization, that's why when I say quantum computers, how many of them can afford quantum computers? It costs crores of rupees, right? Even in America also, very few universities, Google has that, maybe a few universities, but not all of them. So resource limitation, budget. So you can see here some examples of low complexity AI project, 10K to 100K, and in enterprise level, over $1 million. These are some of the values that you can actually see how it can be expensive. So this is another question people can always ask is, can AI be creative? Of course it can be very. So what do I mean by creativity? I need to think of some new ideas for new solutions to a problem, right? How do I do that? Because of my training and the data that I have, I'm able to juggle around with all the kind of things that I can use. So AI for law enforcement and AI systems like DPOT, like OpenAI, DAL create visual decompositions. AI generated content you already have been seeing with ChatGPT and so on, and raising both opportunities and concerns also. Then augmented human creativity. So there was somebody who was challenging the human intelligence are very good. You can't, so no. We can create 3 or 4 times, but if I take 3 or 4 Albert Einsteins and how he thinks, I'm able to put on the machine, and that is probably one of the most powerful machines it can be solved. So it can be very, very creative also. So there is a paper which we wrote recently, Advancing Forensic Science. So there are a lot of nice, interesting data that we have that we can unlock the mysteries in the data. We don't know what the correlation that behind, but AI algorithms can certainly do that. We show that in this paper. And then securing the future. This is where I was talking about advancing encryption for quantum safe video transmission. This is the most latest paper which has come in IEEE Transaction and Consumer Electronics. So what we talk about in many of the digital computation, we have come up with some new paradigms called quantum, cutting edge quantum video encryption framework. It can be used. The idea here basically is to strengthen the encryption level at the quantum. So that's where you see that how video security can become very secure. So what are the future directions of law enforcement as an example, or AI? Skill gap, still we have a lot of shortage of AI enabled or AI trained workers, and very important. And AI driven jobs also kind of available, but we need some expertise to go into that. And then you have to be a good programmer, AI programming, data analysis here, and workforce preparedness. So these are some of the most interesting things in the AI that we still need people. We don't have really an expert who can say who will do it, maybe in few places and not in all. So there is a book we wrote called Mentoring Beyond AI, okay? So because we took the example of a NASA astronaut, and we asked him, and he's a Hispanic, so his name is Hernandez. He wrote a review on our book. So what he basically said, AI has enabled them to think better, giving more decision process, more opportunities. As I said, it depends on the rules, how you craft them, but it is all accelerated data-driven decision making. Because he said, they used a lot of AI systems when he was an astronaut. There are many occasions that he got trapped, he says, but with the AI-enabled programs of different ways of solving a problem, they've been able to resolve that. But this is a very famous book, and people are using it. So future directions, police can leverage AI for automated evidence collection. Because you collect the data automatically, whatever that needs to be done, then you run the analysis, then use some human intelligence also. And you have what we call as an anomaly detection. That means you work, like cross case, predictive capabilities, and mitigating the crimes. All of those. The reason I'm taking this, the police cases, they're very critical, because you make a decision, somebody is guilty or not guilty, so the data is much more, important than other types of decision making. So this is an expert system we have designed to detect unusual patterns in data, okay? Because, we make, as I said, decisions, as I'm giving you an example of a video. Now, if you give me a very difficult type of remote, where I'm not able to figure it out, then that becomes, my pattern recognition algorithm is not very efficient. Then I have to really see how this kind of unstructured data can also be used for many. So there is a beautiful architecture that we have, and that has been used very clearly on that. Now, adopting ethical AI practices, you need to establish some guidelines for ethical use in policing. Transparency is very important. Accountability, then preventing what we call as fairness, bias, and discrimination, AI-driven practices also. Because most of these cases, they're all based on the practices that we use, and then you translate that into data and see what we can do. So there is a distributed model for police operations they've used. So you have a data collection here, then you do the analysis, then there is the police operation. So this is a beautiful data designed in a distributed forum where you talk about how you can develop an ethical police operation using this model. So establishing these boundaries of AI in law, there are no obligation, minimal risk, transparency, then regulation, AI systems with potential cause harm that can happen here if faulty data are used, and so then unacceptable risk is AI systems considered a clear threat. So this diagram here, the majority of the AI systems currently used in video games are spam. So because video games have become very common everywhere around the world. So this is exactly the formula they are doing. Generative AI. So this is exactly what we are going through this age, future of AI systems. So how do you have a presentable data? So now you can use a generative distributed learning model, LLM model has been used very beautifully with many of the different types of learning called reinforcement learning and other types of learning also. So the interesting thing is we are now interested in coming up with a global regulation. AI is rapidly developing and ethical AI principles are important. The European Union, they have their own set of guidelines, and United States has its own guidelines. So how do you sort of establish a total policy-driven making for using for many of these AI systems? Okay. So in conclusion, basically what we are trying to say is AI's application is limitless. Sky is the limit, and it is transforming everyday life. I mean, in United States, I can come home. As soon as I come home, the lights automatically will turn on wherever I want. So it's all programmed, and depending on my interest and so on and so forth. And then it says if it is raining or if it is snowing, you have a meeting at 9 o'clock in the morning, you may not be able to make it, so you may have to get up and, everything is kind of very much automated, what we are thinking here. The future of AI, immense possibilities for law enforcement particularly, understanding, help, navigate, potential and mitigate the challenges as you continue to evolve. And of course, there are a lot of shortfalls that we have, so in any type of system. So I would say that there will be a good, perfect system in next 5 years. It's a system that it can over-limit the human brain, and then how exactly that can happen is very important. So there is a book which I wrote, which is coming up, May, Artificial Intelligence in Practice. And Dr. Krishna Mohan, I think he's the one who's told me about CMR University. This book will address the shortfalls and future directions of AI. It's coming in Springer. We have already done the galley proofs, and this is going to be another important. All right, I think what we have basically said is the AI has a lot of potential. Still, it's improving. It's almost reached a 90% status of how it can be a 100% AI enhanced systems for all types of application. I said one example is basically the autonomous driving vehicle car is a real best example that you can think of AI. You realize only when you sit in the car. I mean, how beautifully it navigates the traffic. It gives a signal. Los Angeles traffic and San Francisco traffic are so it's a driverless car. Okay, it's a Uber type of car. It comes and it computes and it gives directions at times. So let's assume if somebody feels sick, that opportunity is also there. For example, how we can navigate the car into hospital. So there are everything that what you do by a typical taxi driver or a car driver or you yourself can be done by this AI-enabled human autonomous system. So that clearly illustrates the capabilities that we have driven and how it is useful. Again, thanks for this opportunity. I'm going to leave the slides here. If anybody wants to use it, you can acknowledge and use it. But if you have any more questions, you can still write to me. I would be able to address that. Thank you very much. Okay, there are a few questions I think some of you may have, but I have seen in my 5 decades of working a point in 1985 where I thought AI and many people, best computer scientists said that is not possible. But now by looking at it now, AI will take over and it is very important. I mean, it has really helped, but at the same time there are some challenges and it can take over also in a situation like that. I basically said it can happen. Okay, are there any specific questions anybody has?
Any specific questions you can ask? The conference is to share the ideas.
Yes.
And your views. The next moment, we cannot get again with sir. This moment is the golden moment. Let's make use of it.
Yeah, you can also ask me any questions. You can challenge me also, okay? So it does not matter. I would like to learn from all of you also because there is some, yeah.
Does Power BI work on this artificial intelligence? Does Power BI work on this artificial intelligence?
You can give a microphone.
Does Power BI work on this artificial intelligence?
Power?
Power BI. Power BI, business intelligence.
Oh, business intelligence, okay. Well, business intelligence is only a part of the overall intelligence, right? Now, business intelligence varies from your business to the other business, right? So what I basically said is a very generic framework. Now, if you are, for example, defining a reasoning-based system in your company for a very specific applications, then you have your own set of rules, regulations, generating data, and how you can design the system. Now, the AI GPT now can give you any type of direction that you want but there is also a problem with that. Whenever you ask any questions from ChatGPT to design any system, all that it does is, it takes data from different data center, and then what happens with the data center is sometimes, what happens is it takes data from different places, and the data can be corrupted because these are all available, in the large-scale data center, and there are some AI tools which generates data for particular type of application. So in a way that we have seen for many of these business applications, when you don't have a very correct picture, 20% of the data that you generate from the system are not good. They are not quality because what it does is it executes a system and taking the data and synthesizes it and gives you that. So you have to have some knowledge of how and what you want to do to create a business of what you want and how you can incorporate the business intelligence as a part of the system. Okay? All right. Any other comments or questions anybody has? Okay, so I think this is a way to go about it. You must write a code. Don't assume anything. The reason for that is, if I were you, I would go through all the presentation slides that I have given. And then there are some interesting examples we have given. You can simulate that in your class. If you are teaching an AI machine learning class, as an instructor, you can give that chapter or a homework to student. So the student should know enormous amount of good programming. What is the language that you can use? Is the Python language. Is everybody knows how to use Python language? If you want to become an AI, in olden days we used to think language C++, but Python is the best language for designing many of the AI enhanced applications. Okay. All right. So if there are any more questions you have, please give me write me an email. I will certainly answer that. And again, thanks everybody meeting here. Thanks for all the colleagues here. I would hope that we'll have a good conversation. I'll be here for another 6 to 8 weeks. So I would like you to come, to my house, or you can contact me. We can certainly do that. And there's also a lot of planning that I am trying to do with CMR University. Something will go come. Okay? Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable insights on artificial intelligence and its application. As our conference theme is on intelligent computing, you have enlightened us with the research that are under progress in this AI domain. We are fortunate to visualize your research works and your contribution in this academic field over decades. Thank you so much, sir, for this informative session. We look forward to collaborate with you, sir, in future.
So I had to be leaving. You have to excuse me for that because forgive me for not staying here. But again, I'll be moving from the chancellor. Again, it is an honor for me. I see a lot of bright faces here. I wish I would recognize you. So do something good. You are capable. If somebody says, no, you're not good at coding, no. You can do anything in the world to solve, but you must have a long commitment and passion to do that. Thank you.
Yeah, it was an informative session. Now I request Dr. Sudan Maiji, Indian Institute of Science, Bengaluru, to deliver his keynote speech.
We sent 6 members, they take caring of that, and we blocked the owner from other people. We blocked everything. Until unless if you give the notice, I'll say them to start the lunch.
Yes, now I see. Samir, I said.
Just keep 1 minute. Pen drive. Payment pen drive.
Sir,
Why
kept the mic here.
So, yeah, please be silent, otherwise I cannot talk, or I need to raise my voice, so I cannot talk more properly. So, okay. So, thank you very much for giving your time and so today's talk mainly the intelligence, like our previous speaker mentioned so many things that how intelligent or AI can play a role in our social life or in our daily life. So I'll be not going to that direction. I'll be going little bit direction of wireless communication, that how AI can play a major role. Like recently the 5G rollout, and you know they are not much about the AI. It is a new network, new technologies, but in 6G and beyond wireless communication, we are going to have major applications in 6G, and not only in the networking layer, also even in the physical layers. So since I don't have much time, I have given 10 to 15 minutes time to finish my talk. Usually we take 1 hour time, so I do not know how to create the environment and then give the speech, but I'll try to finish it by 15 minutes. So the main objective, just I'll try to give you some story that how that 6G evolved from 1G to 2G, 3G, 4G, and what they are actually, and why we need 6G and some 6G applications, and I'll just mention some of the 6G technologies. So I'll not go to details about the 6G technologies, just I'll make, and from here you can see this staircase step by step that what we have done for this oh, it's not taking, okay. So you can see that 1G is nothing but a FDMA, frequency division multiple access. So this means that there are 5 users, one user used to get some kind of bandwidth, second user used to get another bandwidth, and so on. So one user cannot share or take the or use the other's bandwidth. It was very simple, but at the time the technology was good because of the number of users were limited. But then TDMA came because we found that there is a limitation in the frequency band. So in one frequency we divided, okay, different time different people will transmit, okay. Then it came to 2G and 3G. We brought a WCDMA. It's a kind of orthogonality among code, like 2G, 1G, that multiplexing with frequency, 2G multiplexing with time, and 3G multiplexing with the code. Then 4G came because we need to increase the data rate, and there should be less call drop, or we need to have a very high data rate, and for that we brought this WebDMA and MIMO systems. And then 5G, so 3 direction we evolved. One is enhance data rate, and then ultra reliable low latency, that how quickly you can transmit simply, and then other is that how many devices can communicate each other, okay, at the same time. So then there was some of the coding mechanism we brought, LDPC, polar coding. So there is a common signal, there is a data signal. So common signal means we call control signal. So for control signal we kept polar coding, and for the common signal we kept LDPC. But then the question is that, and it can reach up to 10 millisecond latency, and also data rate could be 1 Gbps. But then the question is coming that why do we need 6G? Now think about, do you think that 5G is successful? Yes or no? Okay, so if you if you are from EC background, and if you look the job market, then you can understand finding job in EC is not good, at least this year. The reason is that 5G rollout, but it didn't get that much success what industry expected. But what about the 4G? If you see the 3G to 4G, it was very good success. The reason is that people using 3G, they could not able to run TV or video or high definition video in the TV or mobile device because of the data rate. Now, so, and whatever application currently available to us, I'm talking about app, TV, so 4G is sufficient to run. Like, many people we are here, we are having 4G, but we are running each and everything nicely. So that may be the reason people are not interested to buy 5G, okay? So if 4G is sufficient to provide the data rate or whatever app we are having to run, then why ones need to spend extra money to get the 5G? So that may be the one reason, that is my understanding. Now, if you look about that some applications like AR, VR, augmented reality, so those are very data hungry. So we do not have such, we have that technology, but not in the mass scale or not in the sophisticated way. Okay, so for example, AR, VR, augmented reality, so those need data rate more than 20 Gbps per second, more than 20 GB per second for such kind of applications. So now, if you apply this AR, VR, people will be not interested. The reason is that, let's say, we want to make some cricket game and we want to watch that in the, see that people play the cricket ball even in the room, and they give a realization, okay, they are playing on the field and proper environment. But when they hit the ball, so, and when they see on the screen, there is a time gap. So you do not enjoy that, okay, this is a real kind of playing. So for example, if we want to watch, let's say, some things from a real video or something, there will be some latency, there will be some delay. And why those are happening? Now, because one solution, one problem of 5G NR is ultra reliable low latency. It's called URLLC, and that has not been implemented yet. So now we are thinking about that. So that may be the reason many things 5G didn't get into the picture. Then why people are looking for 6G? The 6G, I'll show you the there is two reasons. This is one slide and this is a slide. So we can increase the data rate. How we can increase the data rate? Now, availability of the bandwidth of 6G is huge. You can see these are the bandwidth for 6G kind of things, right? So if you have huge bandwidth, we can have a more data rate. Okay, so then we can bring some like AR, VR applications, or there are many more applications. Like another application is that I'm forgetting this name. So there are many applications. So if we increase this data rate, okay, so this is the one reason that we want to use kind of like currently 5G using sub 6 gigahertz, and millimeter wave didn't take place properly. So we are looking mid band and upper mid band. So there are huge bandwidth available, and if we can control this crazy bandwidth, we used to call in 2000. If you want to speak, I can be silent. Otherwise, you will be not listening. There is some noise. Do you understand? There is some noise. So this upper mid band or mid band, we used to call crazy bandwidth. Even above the 2 gigahertz frequency, I'm talking about 2002, 2001. So at that time, we used to know those kind of upper frequency is a crazy bandwidth, because managing such kind of carrier signal was very, very difficult. And now we came to 5, 6, 7 gigahertz for the cellular system. Now, if we can control, such kind of very, very high frequency, then we can achieve very, very high data rate. Okay, that is the one objective why people jumping to 6G. So another things that, so there was 3 pillar, as I said, 5G, enhanced mobile broadband, high data rate, massive machine type communication, many devices communicate together, and ultra reliable low latency. And now instead of 3 pillar, now we are having 6 pillar. So you can see that one, there are many things are there. One is AI ML, artificial intelligence and machine learning. So, and artificial intelligence and machine learning, there are so many activities going on. Like my lab, so there are 25 researchers, almost everyone working in AI ML. Okay, so some sort of applications we are trying to find in 6G. So let me tell why this AI ML very popular for 6G. So one thing is that we are making system adaptive. What does mean adaptive? Adaptive means that like our mobile device and base station. So what data will send, we do not know only data, but we know what frequency will be used, what modulation will be used, what symbol rate, what data rate, all the other parameter we know. So that's why if we change anything in our mobile device, then base station will be blind. Similarly, if base station then we will be blind. So there is some previously fixed parameters. Now we want to remove this parameter. Why? Now because, for example, let's say now you can understand nowadays also that when you run a TV and if there is a thunderstorm, then TV does not work, right? Why? Now because during the thunderstorm, the channel gets changed. Okay, and for that channel, whatever modulation scheme we are using, 16 Qualcomm, the TV, whatever the parameters, okay, we fixed. So those are fixed. Now channel become severely severe things. So we could not able to communicate because the modulation scheme is very large, the level of modulation scheme. But if we could change the modulation scheme to lower level, at least even if we cannot watch the TV, at least we can watch, we can listen the music by low data rate. But that is not possible. Why? No, because the satellite and then our TV, the modem is fixed. So now you are trying to see the things that we cannot vary this data rate, and many things we cannot do. But 6G, we can make the system is adaptive, and adaptive means we no need to, we can change, but when we change this parameter, along this we need to send some information, and those called the redundant bits. And these redundant bits is called a control signal, and that control signal is very large. Let me explain in the other way. Let's say we want to transmit one image which is 1 Gbps. Now 1 Gbps image, but when we transmit, we actually transmit 1.5 Gbps. Why? 1 GB 1 GB image, but when we transmit 1.5 GB. Do you have any idea? Now because when we transmit the image, along with there we transmit lot of redundant bits to make receiver like coding, synchronization, many things are there. They are called the training sequence or preamble sequence, and those actually need to add along with the image. Now the goal is here, can we reduce this 1.5 GB to 1.1, 1.2? So then, because my original image is 1 GB, so we want to add little bit information to the image so that we can transmit. If you understand this condition, now think about, we reduce 1.5 GB to 1.1 GB. So when we transmit some signal, we need power, we need computation, we need computer, but once you reduce the data, then you need less bandwidth, means it will be spectrum efficient, you need less energy, then it means that it's a spectrum energy efficient, you need less computation, this means it is a computational efficient. So this may be the reason every people try to jump use of intelligent, adaptive, and how they can bring that. So like if you are not sending some information, let's say what data rate you are using at the transmitter, that data rate has to be known by the receiver itself. So this means that, but if we use AIML, then AIML will do that part. So you don't need to send some extra information, maybe for synchronization, maybe for estimation, or many things can be done by AIML. So that may be the reason AIML is playing major roles. As I told that I will be taking the 15 minutes, I think I have done the 10 minutes. I will finish it off another 5 minutes for all the details. So 6G has a other application. So I had given a nitty-gritty about this, why AIML is very, very powerful technique for 6G, but where we can apply this 6G. So one thing is that IoT. So IoT we are doing research, but there are very less applications. So I'll give some pictures, then you can able to understand that where we can play this IoT game, and you can understand. Like IoT networks, V2X, this is vehicle to infrastructure communication, vehicle to vehicle communication, then connected autonomous system, autonomous driving, 6G, and smart home and UAV network. So you can see that. So this is a smart home and UAV network. So for each and every application for your daily life, we can apply UAV, but so many networks, so many devices, so many standard. Is it possible to manage each and everything by a human? Yes, it's not impossible, possible, but then you need a lot of manpowers. You need lot of manpowers, you need lot of infrastructure, but those can be reduced if we apply AIML. Like when the vehicle will come. So for example, if I finish my talk, and if I have my calendar that after there is another talk, okay? So automatically I am having an app, right? So AIML will book the taxi for me, and I can get the taxi without searching myself that and booking the flight, right? Or booking the everything, it will be automated. Like so, like I'm having talk, or tomorrow what is my schedule? So whatever email we are receiving, based on that, my time schedule, everything will be done, right? So nowadays also we do. So whenever Outlook come, or if you notice that if you book a Indigo flight, automatically it comes to your Outlook. If you Outlook schedule that, just they ask some permission, do you want to book this schedule for your tomorrow flight? Okay, so such kind of, but these are not fully automated. They are the semi-automated. But in future, when this technology will become a very smooth, I hope many things will be very, very smooth, So we have to do our job, and rest, all this management can be done by this one. And nowadays even if you want to forget your timing, flight timing, or your travel, each and everything, I cannot forget, because every time I get reminder through the Google Outlook or something. But before I used to miss many flights. Okay, I used to miss many things. Okay, so that this IoT make us, or intelligent AIML made my life is very smooth. Okay, so similarly that healthcare, you can imagine that how many nurses are there, how many things, when will take which medicine, what instrument need to be taken. So each and everything. But nowadays that sister take notes each and everything, right? And everything is come. But you can see that if we use proper AI ML and every instrument is connected to the intelligent IoT device, then life can be again smooth. So similarly, smart agriculture. So when the water is needed, when the things need to be done, so everything could be controlled by smart agriculture. This is another applications like autonomous vehicle, traffic light. Now you can see that Bangalore, some places if you notice that they mention something, this meaning that this traffic is provided. So they count the number of vehicles, please be silent. So they count the vehicles and based on the counting number, they give the green signal and red signal, right? So this is just started, okay? So you wait for another 5-6 years and we can see a lot of applications, okay? So these are the entire application of 6G applications. Now I take 1 minute or 2 minutes time, just researcher who wants to do some work, maybe some faculty members or who want to find some topic for them, I'll just mention ICICKE, integrated sensing and communication is a very, very powerful or very important topic. Okay, if you have not started or if you have not do not know this name, so please search this ICICKE, integrated sensing and communication, and it's going to change our communication system. Okay, then IRS, or we call intelligent reflecting surface. So now you can see that many places your internet is energy or internet signal become down, right? So this is why this is the is called a shadowing area. Then how we can improve the shadowing area? So there is a RIS or we call IRS. So this is a kind of reflecting surface and very cheap cost. Just you can print even this local by some printer and you can paste it someplace and then your signal strength will be increased. It's a kind of at home you use some kind of amplifier or repeater, okay? So it is not kind of repeater. Repeater has RF chain, but it does not have RF chain. So this is another good topic. And ambient backscatter, we always use this credit card, right? So, but do you understand what is the technology behind this credit card? So you just touch and then your money get deducted. But credit card does not have any battery. It does not have any power. Still, how it communicate to the your device, okay? So there are a lot of technology is there, security issues there. So this is another technology. Then near field communication. So this is another game changer technology, near field communication. So what does it do? So currently whatever communication we do, so this is a far field, okay? But when we increase the number of antennas and we are moving to crazy frequency, so that time the whatever electromagnetic property we know we follow, so it will be changed. So we have to understand that how electromagnetic wave propagates when number of antennas and carrier frequency goes very up. This is a quantum sensing and communication, and you hope you heard about it. So this is another new technology, and government spending huge amount of money. If you just know a little bit, and if you write project proposal, obviously you'll be getting some kind of. It's easy to get. The last time there are not a single proposal about the quantum communication. Okay, but quantum communication will change the another game like security mechanism, computational mechanism, and then even performance. Many things could be improved if we use the quantum sensing and communication. And this is the last slide. Yeah, this is my last slide. So GNS spoofing in the recent, I don't want to disclose the things, but in recent India-Pakistan war, so there are a lot of issues about this spoofing, okay? So you know that many incidents happened to India, and also many things is not disclosed, okay? And I also do not know many things, but there is a lot of work need to be done to improve our GNS system. And this is another technology, NOMA, but this is almost old technology that where we know that TDMA, FDMA, and CDMA. So this is a kind of new technology one can explore. This is another game. It is communication. Have you heard semantic communication? No? Okay. So what is this? What picture is this? Is a cat eye. What picture is this? Dog eye. So now let's say I'm here and I want to check that someone entered to my home, and I want to see by the text that whether dog enter or cat enter to my home. So what is the process? And the process is that there is a CCTV camera, so he'll take the pictures and he'll send the picture to me. Okay, this animal is at your home. Now to send this picture, it may need 1 Gbps or something, 1 MB data. Now, if he sends only Insta picture, if he sends only, then is it not enough for me to understand that what animal entered to my home? So then why we will send this entire picture? Now, picture is there. Again, to send the picture, I need 1 MB. So I can convert this picture to some text. Okay, this is a cat. That's all. So then I will be receiving one cat. So then who will be doing all this process? So there will be some intelligent or AI need to be placed who will play the role that, okay, so this is a cat, you cat to this. This means that we are not reducing the information. Information is same, but we are reducing the size of information we are sending. And that is called a semantic communication, and that is going to change again the entire communication system. So like, channel capacity, many things, okay? So this is a kind of game changer. So now this is another semantic communication. So what does it mean? What does it mean? My presentation is end. So give your clap. So clap. Okay. So my slides is end, but my talk is not yet end. The thing is that this thank you means everyone thank you means, okay, my presentation is end, but have I written this one that my presentation is end? So this thank you is enough to understand. So why should I write a whole sentence that my presentation is going to end now? So thank you is enough, right? So this is a kind of semantic communication. So now if I write here, I supposed to write here, but since there are two speakers here, so I'm going to stop here. But a lot of things are there in future. Thank you very much.
Enjoy. Actually, they didn't tell us that there's a presentation. They thought it's just a speech on the dais.
Sorry?
They did not inform that there's a presentation option available.
Okay.
Where the PPT.
Okay.
We did not know.
It's fine.
And the sir has given a brief idea about what generation and next generation. Sir has started from 1G to 6G, and however nowadays we are using 5G, and sometimes today 5G is not available. Then yes, your mobile phone will switch to 4G. But yes, people are doing the research in the 6G generation, and according to CET, in 2030, 6G about to deploy. Okay, so now we have enjoyed session, a lot of information. Okay, we have received and we have learned. Thank you, sir.
And even for the funding proposals
Stop that.